Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something I think, well, everyone wonders about sometimes.
Hmm.
What really separates the absolute top performers, the top 1%?
Right. Beyond the usual suspects like, oh, they were born with it or they just got lucky.
Exactly. We're not talking about luck or genetics here. We've been looking into the psychology behind it all.
The actual mindset, the
Yeah.
behaviors,
Yeah. The goal here, our mission, is to figure out the science of high performance
importantly.
and how maybe you can actually use some of these ideas.
Right. How we can all apply it. This comes from some really fascinating work looking inside the heads of people who just consistently nail it.
It's like understanding their internal
Yeah.
operating system almost.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
The system that drives the success you see on the outside.
And the exciting part is it seems like it's not fixed, right?
Not at all. That's the key takeaway, really. We're looking at strategies, perspectives, things that can be learned, cultivated.
Okay, so let's get into it. We found three sort of core traits kept popping up again and again. Seems fundamental.
Yeah, non-negotiables almost.
The first one, obsessive clarity. Now, this isn't just like setting a few goals, is it? Sounds deeper.
Oh, much deeper. Think of it like an internal compass that's just locked on to where you want to go.
Okay.
It's not just knowing what you want, but having this incredibly vivid, compelling reason why you want it. So clear it shapes everything.
So the why is huge here.
Absolutely huge. It's the anchor. It keeps you going when things get tough, provides that relentless direction.
Like an architect who sees the whole community impact, not just the bricks and mortar.
Exactly. That level of deep understanding, it fuels the focus.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. So not surface level. Got it. The
Right.
second one, this one sounds challenging. Comfort with discomfort.
Yeah, this is a big mental shift, a real rewiring compared to how most of us operate.
Because we naturally avoid pain, difficulty.
Right. Our instinct is
Yeah.
steer clear. But high performers, they learn to read discomfort differently.
How so?
They've basically trained their brains to see it as, well, as a signpost. Like, okay, growth is happening here.
Ah, so they lean into it instead of backing away.
They actively lean in. They understand that struggle.
Mm-hmm.
That's often where the real strength gets built, like
Yeah.
stressing a muscle.
Makes sense. So a roadblock isn't stop, it's, okay, I'm close to leveling up.
Pretty much. It's a total flip in perspective.
Wild. Okay, and the third one, deliberate practice. This gets mixed up with just working hard all the time, doesn't it?
All the time, people think, oh, just put in 10,000 hours. But it's not just about the hours.
So what is it then?
It's the intentionality. It's about being incredibly purposeful with every single action,
Okay.
focusing specifically on weaknesses, trying to improve those, and crucially, seeing mistakes not as failures.
What is feedback?
Exactly. Critical feedback. Data you can use to adjust and get better, like a surgeon reviewing every tiny step.
Meticulously. Okay, so recap. Obsessive clarity, comfort with discomfort, and deliberate practice.
Those are the big three that emerged.
And the really hopeful part you said is these are trainable, not just something you're born with.
Absolutely. Trainable skills, learnable mindsets.
So the big question then is, how? How do we actually start building this kind of high-performance brain?
Right, let's get practical. There's some really cool strategies. One that stood out is the 5-second rule,
Okay.
but it's used here specifically for tackling decision fatigue.
Decision fatigue, right. The idea that making choices drains our mental energy.
Precisely. Our mental RAM is limited,
Yeah.
So the idea is to automate the small stuff,
Like what you wear, what you eat for breakfast.
luckily, routine things.
Yeah.
By putting those on autopilot, you save your best thinking, your cognitive energy for the tasks that really matter.
You free up bandwidth. Makes total sense. Every little decision adds up.
It really does.
Okay, another strategy mentioned was the hell yes or no filter. I like the name. Sounds decisive.
It is. It's about becoming, well, ruthless about protecting your time and energy.
Ruthless prioritizing.
Totally. Top performers get that saying yes to everything means you can't give your best to anything truly important.
Dilutes your focus.
Massively.
Hmm.
So their test is simple. If it's not a clear, enthusiastic hell yes,
Yeah. It's a no.
it's a firm no. It guards their focus. It means saying no to some good opportunities, maybe.
So you can say yes to the great ones.
Exactly. Being super selective.
Makes sense. Then there's the pregame ritual. We see athletes do this, obviously.
Right, but it's not just for sports.
Yeah.
It applies everywhere.
So how does it work in, say, business or creative work?
Well, top performers in all sorts of fields use rituals to shift gears. basically,
Yeah.
to get into their peak state mentally, emotionally.
What kind of things?
Could be anything, really. Specific music, maybe some breathing exercises, visualization.
Ah, visualization.
The
Yeah.
point is having a consistent routine that tells your brain, okay, it's a go time. Focus, like a pilot's pre-flight check.
Find your own trigger, essentially.
Find what gets you in the zone, yeah.
Yeah.
And make it a habit.
Cool. And then the 1% better mindset. This feels less intimidating, more achievable day to day.
It really does. It's about marginal gains.
Mm.
Small, consistent improvements. Not trying to make these huge, scary leaps all at once.
Make it a tiny bit better every day.
Yeah, focus on that 1%.
Yeah.
Because the power is in the compounding.
Right. It adds up over time.
Hugely. Those tiny gains snowball.
Right.
Whether it's a skill, a habit, knowledge, just keep adding that 1%. It makes progress feel sustainable.
Definitely less daunting. Oh, and there was that pro tip about tracking energy, not just time.
Yes. That was fascinating. The idea that managing your energy is just as vital as managing your schedule.
So knowing when you're naturally sharpest, mentally or physically.
Exactly. Track your peaks and troughs. Then try to schedule your really demanding work for those peak energy times.
Work with your body's rhythms, not fight against them.
That's the idea. Maximize your effectiveness when you're naturally at your best.
Okay, so these aren't just theories. We
Yeah.
saw some concrete examples of people actually doing this stuff.
Yeah, the principles in action.
Michael Phelps came up. His training. It was relentless, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Same laps, day in, day out, even Christmas.
That just screams obsessive clarity, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And comfort with discomfort. The monotonous grind.
Total dedication, beyond talent.
It's that consistent pressure, that discipline, even when it's boring or hard. That's championship level.
And Warren Buffett reading, what was it, 500 pages a day.
Yeah. Talk about deliberate practice, constantly sharpening the saw, expanding his knowledge.
It's not just casual reading, is it? It's intentional learning.
Oh, absolutely. Even at his level, that commitment to continuous learning, that's how you stay ahead. Honing the craft.
And Serena Williams using visualization, seeing the match points before playing.
Classic pregame ritual right there. Preparing the mind, building that mental blueprint for success.
Making it familiar before it even happens?
Exactly. It builds confidence, helps manage pressure, and the common thread through all of these examples.
Consistency.
Consistency. That sustained effort seems to be way more powerful than just occasional bursts of intensity.
So, okay, bringing this all back.
Hmm?
What's the big message for you listening? What's the takeaway?
I think the most empowering thing is realizing this isn't some secret club. High performance isn't just for the lucky few.
It's not locked away.
No, it comes down to specific, learnable traits, actionable strategies, things anyone can choose to work on.
It's a choice, ultimately, not destiny.
Well put.
Okay, so to make this real, we thought we'd issue a kind of challenge.
A little mission.
Yeah, pick just one habit we talked about. Maybe it's that morning ritual, or blocking out some deep work time, or even just a quick daily review.
Just one thing.
One thing, and commit to really practicing it consciously for, say, the next 30 days.
See what happens. And maybe just ponder this. How could consistently doing even one of these things start to shift things for you?
Your performance, your mindset.
Yeah. What small, deliberate step could you take starting tomorrow, maybe? That, over time, could actually lead somewhere significant.
Something to chew on.
Definitely something to explore for yourself.